Kabir Singh, whose name became synonymous with humor that bridged cultural gaps, has tragically passed away at the age of 39. Known for his infectious energy and quick wit, Kabir captured the hearts of audiences nationwide, especially during his remarkable run on America's Got Talent in 2021. He was a comic who painted humor through the lens of his own life experiences, whether poking fun at the complexities of his Indian American background or turning simple family moments into comedic gold. His untimely death on December 4, 2024, leaves a void in the world of comedy and within the hearts of his friends, family, and fans. Kabir's fiancée confirmed the sad news, and while the details surrounding his death remain vague, those close to him shared how he had faced health issues prior to his passing. At the time of his death, Kabir was in San Francisco, a city far removed from his childhood home of Fremont, California. His passing is particularly haunting because of the potential it holds for reflecting on the fragility of life, and how people often leave us when we least expect it, taking with them stories and talents that were meant to flourish for many years to come. His fiancée's statement resonated deeply as she recalled a life that was filled with so much potential, so much promise, and how, in an instant, everything could be gone. The America's Got Talent family, a group that had come to cherish Kabir for his sharp comedy and his magnetic personality, expressed their grief as well. In a statement that was shared with the public, the show's representatives honored Kabir as one of the standout personalities to grace their stage. The AGT family is deeply saddened to hear of the passing of Kabir Singh, a talented comedian who graced our stage with his undeniable humor, the statement read. He brought joy and laughter to so many, and his incredible talent will be missed. The sentiment behind these words reflected the profound impact that Kabir had on people's lives, not just as a performer but as someone who offered an accessible form of comedy that people could relate to on a deeply human level. One of the things that made Kabir's comedy stand out was how he wove personal experiences into his acts. His background as an Indian American comic was central to much of his routine, and his ability to take those cultural insights and turn them into laughs was extraordinary. Kabir didn't just tell jokes. He allowed his audience to see through his eyes, revealing the humor in daily struggles that many could relate to but often overlooked. His jokes about growing up in an immigrant household and the funny miscommunications that came from his first-generation Indian upbringing were hilarious not just because of the situations he described but because they resonated with the audience in ways they may not have initially expected. Take, for instance, his opening set during his audition for America's Got Talent. It wasn't just another routine but a relatable anecdote that brought the audience into his world. I've had a rough week. My mom just learned how to start text messaging people, Kabir began, immediately making the crowd laugh at the very idea of an older parent learning how to text. It wasn't just funny because of the universal truth behind it. It was funny because Kabir painted a picture of a mother trying her best but fumbling in a new world of technology. His own frustration became the audience's laughter. For many, it was a painfully accurate portrayal of how parents, regardless of cultural background, struggle with technology. It was the kind of comedy that wasn't designed to belittle but to unite, showing that no matter where you came from, everyone had the same experiences in the family dynamic. I've been getting the worst texts from my mom lately, Kabir continued, expertly building up his set with a tone of disbelief and humor. You ever get a text from your mom that makes you wonder if she really knows how texting works? Oh my God, the remote is not working, she'll say. That's it. No explanation, no help, just the remote is not working. The way Kabir delivered the punchline brought the audience to tears of laughter, not because of the content alone but because of how real it was. It felt as if every person in that audience had received a text just like that from their own mothers. Simple, slightly clueless, and filled with love. That was Kabir's magic. His jokes were windows into his life, and through them the audience was able to find their own reflections. They weren't laughing at Kabir's mom, they were laughing at their own moms, their own families, their own lives. Kabir made that connection possible. As the audience roared with laughter, even the judges couldn't help but show their admiration for the young comedian. Howie Mandel, in particular, found Kabir's presence magnetic. You're relatable. America is going to love you, Mandel told him after his performance, a statement that proved prophetic as Kabir's journey on America's Got Talent continued. Kabir's ability to make people laugh effortlessly and with authenticity earned him a place in the semifinals of season 16. But while the recognition on such a prestigious stage was a momentous achievement, it wasn't the end of his journey, it was just the beginning. Before his time on America's Got Talent, Kabir had already established himself as a comedian within the comedy community. He performed in countless comedy clubs, refining his skills and making a name for himself among those who appreciated his unique take on everyday life. But his appearance on the show catapulted him to new heights, opening doors that he had worked tirelessly to walk through. Kabir became a familiar face not only to comedy enthusiasts but also to a broader audience who may not have otherwise seen his work. Outside of America's Got Talent, Kabir's humor found its way into many other platforms. His appearances on Family Guy showcased his versatility, as did his work on Comedy Central and the BBC. These platforms allowed him to reach audiences far beyond the US. He was a sought-after comic, and his rise in the entertainment world was meteoric. Yet, despite all of his success, Kabir remained grounded. He didn't let the fame or the accolades change the way he viewed the world or the way he connected with his friends, family, and fans. Jeremy Curry, a close friend of Kabir's, expressed his heartbreak when he shared the news of Kabir's passing on Facebook. His words echoed the sense of loss felt by many. "It's my deepest regrets to let everyone know that Kabir Singh has passed away," Curry wrote. "He passed away peacefully in his sleep, and this is the most devastating post I've posted." These words served as a poignant reminder of the kind of person Kabir was, not just a comedian but a friend who was loved deeply by those who knew him. The community that surrounded Kabir was one built on love, laughter, and mutual respect. His fiancée, friends, and colleagues all shared their grief in various forms, reminding the world that behind every comedian is a person who experiences the highs and lows of life just like anyone else. Kabir's funeral was scheduled for December 14, 2024, at the Chapel of the Chimes in Hayward, California. Those who had been touched by his humor, those who had shared in his moments of joy, would come together to say goodbye to the man who had made them laugh through tears. His funeral would be a celebration of the joy he had given to so many, a final moment of connection for those who had walked with him through the ups and downs of life. Kabir Singh's legacy as a comedian was built on authenticity, warmth, and humor that transcended barriers. His journey was one of perseverance, of a man who had faced the challenges of breaking into the entertainment industry with resilience and determination. His death serves as a reminder that life is fleeting, that time is precious, and that the world should never take for granted the people who make us laugh. Kabir's passing, though deeply sorrowful, also serves to celebrate the immense impact he had on the world around him. His humor was not just for entertainment, it was a bridge that connected people, that made them feel less alone in their struggles and more grateful for the laughter that came from those moments.